Today on the channel, one of the absolute wildest action figure hunt stories that has ever been told.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for something entirely different here today. As today I'm going to tell you one of the wildest action figure hunt stories of all time. This is an all-timer. This is one of the most disappointing things that has ever happened to me in my action figure collecting history. So let me set the table for you here. Of course, every single Friday on this very channel, this very YouTube channel, make sure you comment, like, subscribe to it. You guys know all that just by now. But of course, every single Friday we do an action figure hunt video. Of course, the week I'm traveling a lot for work. I'm in a lot of stores. I film along the way as usual. It's been a consistent part of this very YouTube channel. But every single Friday I post my videos. Well, this week I was out and about on the hunt, as normal, of course. But guess what? Kyle's a little tired. He's been really working the grind lately for some very stressful weeks at the old day job, putting a lot of content out, family stuff, school getting ready to start. I'm burning the candles at both ends. That's okay. You got to do that while you're young. That's what you got to do. But very busy. But I'm doing my figure hunt. I'm doing things, finding stuff, all that kind of stuff. But I can tell you guys, I'm not all there. Obviously, if you guys watched last week, as I'm filming this, last week's hunt, I'm on the hunt for the Roton. You guys know the He-Man Masters Universe Origins Roton at Walmart. I'm on the hunt for this thing. Well, the first store I go through, there it is. When I'm editing my video later that night in my hotel room, I'm traveling for work, I see, oh my gosh, I missed it. And part of that I chalked up to being, okay, they did a reset of the toy aisle. He-Man vehicles normally on the bottom shelf were up on the top shelf there, kind of waist level. That's how I justified it to myself. It's all about justification. You guys know that. So I justify myself, well, I missed it because of the reset. But I don't know, maybe I'm just a little get off my game. That could be the case too. But I missed the Roton. So really beating myself up about that one. I am my own worst critic, of course, as we all should be. So just imagine, a week later, Kyle's out on the action figure hunt video. I'm burning the candle at both ends. I'm hunting, I'm looking, I'm hunting around. And I go to the store, and like anybody does, I go into a Target, of course. I film my video, film my hunt. And hey, instead of me talking about it, why don't we just break in? Let's just show the video right here.
What do we got over here? Mr. T and Hulk running wild. So Thunder Rosa. Starks. Usual suspects. Tika.
So as you can see, what did I thumb through right there? A Ricky Starks AEW Unrivaled Chase 1 of 3,000. Right there in my hands, touching it. However, what did Kyle do? He kept on walking. Yeah, you heard that right. I totally missed that chase. I cannot believe it. I'm sitting there on my couch later that night. It's about 11:30 at night. It's late. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to upload all that stuff to my iPad, start editing the figure hunt video so I can add to it, be done with it real quick. Got to get ahead. Always be ahead of things. That's what I like to do. And guess what? So I'm editing it, and I had to rewind. I'm like, what? There is no way. So you can only imagine Kyle in the deepest, darkest night, sitting on his couch by himself, with his dogs right by him, basically breaking down into tears. I could not believe I did that. I said, who is this guy? Who is this guy that misses a chase like this? This is absolutely unbelievable. Now, to my credit, or I'm going to make an excuse, a little bit of an excuse. It doesn't really count, but here's my excuse as to how I missed this. Now, of course, I have all of my AEW figures I buy early off of Ringside. Discount code Kyle, you guys know that. So I'm only looking for chases, and I don't pay a ton of attention to AEW figures because guess what? I really don't need them at retail because I already have them. But what I always do is I look in that bottom left corner of the package and I look for the red. Of course, the chases historically have the red lettering. So you see that red lettering, you know it's a chase. Well, unbeknownst to Kyle, that changed. I'm not sure what set that changed in, as there was no red lettering on that Ricky Starks chase. So I'm thumbing through, and it looks like I'm looking right at him, but I'm looking in that right bottom left corner is where I'm looking. So I don't look at the sticker. I don't look at the different figure. I'm looking at the corners. Nothing there. Thunder Rosa. We've been seeing that set around. No big deal. Moving on. Checking out what else is there. So absolute heartbreak on my couch as I saw that. And like I said earlier, I am my own worst critic. Absolutely, I'm my own worst critic. I just can't, it eats me alive. Things like that just eat me alive. You can just imagine how I am in my actual job for the business world. Just the littlest of things just eat me alive inside. I always got to win. I always got to get a deal. You guys know that. I always got to get figured out, got to get through it. And I'm never scared of hard work. I will do whatever it takes to get the job done. And that's what I did. So being there, of course, 11:30 at night on my couch, editing my video, absolutely helpless. Absolutely helpless. I'm thinking, what are the possibilities this target might still have it? What if they still have the chase? Oh, I'm just so worked up about it, of course, and I couldn't sleep. So I didn't sleep at all last night. I just sat there in bed staring, just going over it in my mind, Just absolutely disgusting. I'm so fired up about it. It was unbelievable. And I said, you know what? For my own mental health, I'm going to go there when the store opens. I'm just going to go. And I know I'm not going to find anything, but just for my own mental health, I got to go. And that's just what you got to do sometimes, to justify it to yourself, see it with your own eyes, all that kind of stuff. But what are the chances even they would have it? That's why I'm sitting there in bed. It's been 24 hours, at least 24 hours since I was in that store. There's just no way they're going to have this. So anyways, just long story short, I said, let's go there in the morning. Let's see what happens. And why don't we roll that beautiful footage right now? Early morning, back to the scene of the crime, of the greatest travesty, greatest disaster of my figure hunting life. There's no way this is still going to be here, but for my own sanity, I just got to check. Gonna go in and open. Fingers crossed.
Well, the moment of truth. There's no way this is gonna happen for me, is it? Is this possible? Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? I come back almost a day later and it's here. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe this. Over a day later. I am totally shocked. Wow, I'm speechless almost. Wow. Wow. This is one of the craziest toy hunting events of my life. Wow. Speechless. Just absolutely speechless.
Can you believe that? I am still trembling, still shaking. What are the chances a chase like that sits on the pegs for 24 hours? Now, in my heart of hearts, laying in bed at night, I said, you know what, that target, it's not the busiest target. It's a little bit of a slower target. It's a smaller one. It's not a super target. It doesn't have the foot traffic, but it is connected to a mall, so there's going to be some mall traffic. I just knew there was no chance I would get this Ricky Starks figure, but I said I just had to do it for my own sanity. I had to see it all the way through, had to go through it, and I can't believe this. I am just like totally shocked that this chase sat there on the pegs for over 24 hours. I mean, what are the chances that the employee, we all know employees will grab things like this to sell on their own, of course. So the employee didn't want it, didn't care about it, whatever. Kyle missed it going through, touched it, had his hands on it, missed it. And then Kyle goes back 24 hours and change later and sees that same chase. Now, if you guys notice between the two footages there, Thunder Rosa was sold. Somebody bought Thunder Rosa. Nobody bought Rio for whatever reason. Strange. Somebody bought that Thunder Rosa, but they left the Ricky Starks chase. Are you kidding me? Who are they? Me? I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, you saw the video. I just never in a million years thought this would happen to me. And of course, I'm sure a lot of people. So here's the other story. I found 2 chases in my entire wrestling figure hunting. 2 Jack's AEW style chases. Of course, that was a Darby Allin. I was on a trip in Kansas City for work. I found it at a Target one afternoon. And I've never found chases going all the way back to the Jack's days. Some of you guys find like 10, 12 chases in one day. And I would say, I don't say I'm the most in the stores. I'm in the stores a lot. I don't know if I'm the most in the world or whatever you want to call it, but I think more than the average Joe, I'm in a lot more stores. You think my odds would be a little bit better, but it definitely are not. This is the second chase I've ever found. Now, I found that first Darby Allin one, quite the experience, of course. It's always a thrill of the hunt, finding things like that. That was my first one in 20, 30 years of collecting, whatever it's been, since Jax came out with the 1 of 500s back in the day. And I know people in the YouTube comments said, oh, he brought that Darby Allin into the store, put it on the shelf to film it. I mean, who does that? Who has time for that? Who would risk that? Because then you're kind of reverse shoplifting. I don't even know how you would explain that to a Target employee if they saw you walking out with something. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm sure in this very video, somebody's probably going to put in the comments that, oh, Kyle staged all this. He did all that. I swear on my life, my wife, kids, and dog's life, this is 100% true. I couldn't make this up. I honestly could not make this up. Just what is the chances to go over 24 hours later to a store and find that same chase? What does that say about Ricky Starks? What does that say about him in my town if people don't want his chase? Or it was on a Wednesday to a Thursday here. Now, here's my business hat. Wednesday, traditionally the slowest day in shopping. Grocery shopping, store shopping, etc. Wednesday is the slowest day. So if you ever have a chance for anything, finding it on the pegs, sitting it lingering for a while, it is on a Wednesday. That's a pro tip for you. But then it depends, too. When does your store put their toys up, things like that. But Wednesday, pro tip, slowest day for, if you want to do grocery shopping, go on Wednesday. There's nobody there for the most part. But just absolutely wild. Just one of the wildest stories, one of the wildest figure hunts I've ever had. Like I said, I'm still shaking. I just cannot believe that. And I should probably show it. Yeah, here it is right here. Here's Ricky Starks, 1 of 3,000 in my hand, in my Defender case right away. Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe that's a story I'm going to tell my great-great-grandchildren one day. I did wake my daughters up this morning. I should have filmed that. I said, guys, you're not going to believe this. And they could have cared less. Can you believe that? Could you believe that? But I did call my dad, and he was pretty excited for me, so that was pretty cool. But absolutely wild. What a day, what a story. I felt it needed to be shared over here on YouTube, so I hope you enjoyed this. The highs and the lows of the action figure game, they're always there, and that's what keeps it fun. If you found these chases every single day, it's not fun. It's the fun, the thrill of the hunt, and the mistakes along the way, as you saw in this very video. I'm just glad for my sake that it all worked out in the end. But what say you? You guys ever had a moment like this? You ever had just a dumb moment where you just absolutely messed up, but it came full circle, became right in the end? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, like this video, subscribe to this very YouTube channel. We got videos every single day, as you guys know. Turn on the old notification bell. You won't want to miss a video. And then don't forget about the Patreon where you get videos early, bonus content, exclusive content, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Feel free to reach out anytime. SirPaul64 on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Ricky Starks, 1 of 3,000, and defying the odds, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.